Hello, I'm Julie Thompson. Welcome to the Kingston School Committee Candidate Interview. I want to take a moment to thank our candidate for participating in this interview and collaborating with PAC TV to bring this informational programming to residents and voters this election season. Let me explain the format. Today, Katina Bedard will be interviewed. Katina will have 2 minutes to introduce herself, speak about her background, her qualifications, and why she's running for office. I will then ask a series of questions related to local issues. Katina will be hearing the questions for the first time during this forum. She will have 2 minutes to answer the questions. After the questions, she will have 2 minutes for closing remarks. The 2-minute time frame will be shown to her on a screen so she knows where she is within the 2 minutes. Let's get started with the opening statement. Katina, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. Dear Kingston residents, hello, my name is Katina Bedard. Many of you know me as Katie Bedard. And I'm running for a seat on the Kingston School Committee in the town's upcoming election on April 24th. I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself for those who may not know me. My husband Kyle and I have been Kingston residents for 8 years, raising 2 amazing boys, Kai, who is in 1st grade, and Teo, who's in preschool at KES, at the Integrated Preschool. I currently work part-time at my family's business located down in Sandwich, Massachusetts, on the Cape. The seat for the Kingston School Committee is a 3-year term. My boys are young and just beginning their education in the amazing public schools of Kingston, making me the ideal candidate to serve on the board. Even though we're somewhat new to the schools in Kingston, I am no stranger to education. I have a bachelor's degree in science and a master's degree in elementary education. I have worked both in the public and private schools during my education career.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure that you were done. Okay, great.
Nope,
wonderful.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna go on. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to go to question 1. School districts constantly face budget constraints. Can you talk about what ways do you see the district moving forward or stagnating under the conditions we have right now? You have 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you, since this is my first time running and getting involved more in the public school system, even though I was an educator prior to having my children and working part-time at my family business, I'm not really too familiar with the budget system. However, I know as a first-year person on the committee that it's really a learning curve and really learning the ins and outs about how the budget works within the town and what money gets allocated towards the schools. I have been in contact with current committee members, and they did tell me that the first year is definitely a learning curve about budget, new laws, and rules as a school committee member needs to learn and take on throughout their 3-year term.
Okay, great. Thank you. And now we're going to go on to question 2.
Okay.
What strengths and/or strategies will you bring to navigate difficult conversations and negotiations among various constituent groups? You have 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, it's my belief that a school committee member must be responsive and receptive to parents, staff, students, and the community, encouraging all for an open dialogue. The committee members must take input from all groups and weigh all facts before making a decision. Myself, I'm willing to be accessible and willing to collaborate with all members of the community and hear members of the community. My service as a school committee member will service all the children in the Kingston school community. So I believe just having an open ear, being open to that dialogue, and really communicating with the staff, administrative, and parents in the whole community in regards to what's going on in our schools. I'm all about open communication and dialogue with everybody on an equal playing field and really giving out all the facts and information before any real decision is made, or if a decision is made, backing it up with strong evidence of why that decision was made in the first place.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And now we're
Yeah.
going to go on to the third and final question. As
Okay.
we know, in the past 11 months, school districts have had to drastically change course due to the effects of COVID-19 on our communities and our society. What, if any, impact do you think the experiences of the past year will have on the school district's strategic plan moving forward? You have 2 minutes.
I think moving forward on a strategic plan, it definitely has opened up a lot of eyes and ears to possibly a new way of learning. Obviously, the best place for children to learn is inside the classroom in a building. However, I feel like they've made it possible to adapt to that just of the current situation that we were in the past 11 months. And it really gave an opportunity for more people to communicate with Zoom and Google Meets and whatnot. And it really brought a lot of technology up that I think a lot of people were very unfamiliar with and very nervous about. But I think moving forward, we've all come up on the other side and we've made it. And we're able to still utilize those tools for other things moving forward with Google Meets and Zooms and really trying to connect to community members that maybe don't want to attend a meeting or get involved because they had to physically go to a meeting. And this just seems like a new way and a great strategy that schools across the state have really come up with. And I think that it's really worked out very well for myself. And I know a bunch of constituents as well that it's worked well for. That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And now you're ready to do your closing remarks, and you have 2 minutes to do those.
Okay, great. Our schools here in Kingston are to serve the educational needs of all students. As a candidate running for the school committee, I understand the board is responsible for establishing and maintaining a structure that supports students, empowers staff, and provides leadership. With my background and knowledge of education, I can help provide the necessary leadership and insight to the school board. I strongly believe we have tremendous teachers and staff working with our children. Education takes place in the classroom, and the board's efforts focus on enhancing and enriching what goes on there. By working together, we can all share the knowledge and satisfaction we provided for the educational needs of all children and have built a district where students, parents, teachers, and staff feel they are all welcome and belong. I ask for your support because I will be working hard for our children. Thank you so much for your support. Go out and vote April 24th. That's it.
Thank you, Katina, for participating in this interview.
Thank
we wish
you.
you the best of luck throughout your campaign and in the election. For our viewers, thank you for joining us. And if you're interested in watching replays of this interview, please visit our website, pactv.org/elections, for replay times and online viewing options, including PAC TV's on-demand and streaming service, PAC TV Prime. And please make your choices heard by voting in the town election on Saturday, April 24th. Thank you and good day.